Good morning, people, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So, it's been a while. It's been, let's say, 2 or 3 years now, and a lot of things have changed. I've grown a beard. I am obviously 2 or 3 years older. I am now sponsored by Elite Supps. I hope I've grown a little bit, physically and mentally, and I am now a qualified personal trainer in my career and an online coach. So if you want some online coaching, please drop me an Instagram message at Neo Bartram for online coaching. But nonetheless, we are in a new year now. We are going to try, or I'm going to try and fix my YouTube schedule. Like I said, it's been about 2-3 years now. Been quite active on Instagram, if you don't follow me on there, at Neo Bartram. But nonetheless, yeah, I'm going to try and make this a more regular occurrence. I know I said this a couple of times before, and I kind of just needed sort of a break from YouTube. I'm not doing a lot of video. I wasn't doing a lot of videos, sorry. But with jobs, life, etc., things getting in the way, I've not really had time. But now it's the new year. As everyone says, new year, new me. So we're going to start the new year with a new video. So today is a Monday. So that means it is a push day for me. I have a special guest, well, special to me anyway, in this video, hopefully later on today. But like I said, we've got push later today. I've done my morning fasted cardio. I've done some client check-ins and gone for a walk actually. Just looking at the time now. I'm going to eat in about an hour, so I'll bring you along for my pre-workout meal, and then I'll head to the gym and yeah, introduce you to this special person of mine. So yeah, going to crack on with my day, and I will catch you guys either at my pre-workout meal or at the gym. So it is now time for the pre-workout meal. So what I have here is, if you can see, I have cream of rice with this protein from Perform, the cookie dough flavour, some peanut butter and banana, and I also will have a interest stack, which I will have this EAAs from Conte, some creatine, and some carb powder from Strom. Normally, I would have I think it's called Carb Drive from Conte, because it's got added sort of hydration stuff in that. So it's got cocoa mineral in there as well. Sorry, I'm just putting all this stuff away. But yeah, I will also have, where are they? I will also have 2 Squares bars pre-workout. So that is the pre-workout meal going to go down. I will also probably have a pump product before, about 20-30 minutes before I train. But got to get this down, and I will meet you guys at the gym. Also, as I mentioned in the start of the video, if there is any supplements that I do use, they will be from Elite Supps. So if you want to get yourself some supplements and save 10%, then use code NEO10 at Elite Supps. And like I said, save yourself 10%. Yes, people, so we are now in the gym, just writing out my logbook. Like I said earlier, we are in for push today. And when I say we have.
Yes, peoples. How are we doing? Obviously, first time here. Ready to have a sick session, innit?
So, that is my not so little cousin anymore. So, brought him over to the gym for a push session. We're going to start on a fly, just warm up the chest, warm up the joints, and yeah, we've warmed up on the pec deck. So we are just going to start, like I said, on the pec deck fly, just to warm up our shoulder joints. get some blood flow to the chest, and yeah, because I like them basically. So, never actually used this Watson pec fly, only because Watson equipment tends to be fairly clunky and not very nice on the joints. But yeah, this feels all right. I'm only doing this because the cable fly that I actually want to use is taken by those bastards over there. But yeah, I'm gonna warm up. Well, I've warmed up. It's first working set, 3 sets on here. Was aiming for 8, got 11 and a half if you called it that. 2 more sets, move on. So just wrapped up on the pec deck. So I was just telling my cousin Jared, I was just saying, I'm doing like these sort of high rep sets where I'm doing about 15, 20, 30 reps on some exercises. And we just started laughing because literally after 10 reps or 12 reps, I just get bored. I just go to like, till I can't be arsed basically, on the pec deck, or just any sort of high rep movement, because it feels so light in the beginning, and then when you start sort of getting into it, like I said, those 10, 12, 15 reps, you start to feel it burn like really sort of deeply in those muscles, and it's like, yeah, it gets a bit sore after that. But nonetheless, we are finished on the pec fly. Now we're moving over to a flat converging Gymleco press. Right, so now we're moving on to Gymleco flat press. So warming up on here. Last time I done this, I was pretty fresh and I done like 3.5 plates, I think. So just warming up, see how 3 plates feel, maybe push to 4 today. But you may notice I have these lovely pink blocks on the press itself. Because the machine starts fairly low, which is good because you get a good stretch at the bottom while you're doing the movement. But when you're trying to press the movement or press the machine off on that first initial rep, it's far too low for my shoulders to get under. So having those blocks there, just gonna help it for the first rep. Once it's up, those blocks are gonna fall, and that's just gonna allow me to essentially put my shoulders in a better position to start the rep. So yeah, gonna see how this feels, and then I'll get into some working sets. Right, so now we've warmed up, entering uncharted territory with the 4 plates. This may be silly, or I may be an absolute god and press this off my chest. Hopefully you can hear me as well, but yeah, let's see how this moves. Aiming for 6, maybe 7. yeah, see how this goes. Oh, that was ambitious, but I think that was 6. I'll have to rewatch that. Finished on the flat press, moving over to an incline Smith press. So this is a movement I've always sort of struggled with. Been stuck on sort of 2 plates for ages now. And last week I finally put a 5 on each side, so I got up to 90 and I got 8 reps. So let's see, I'm 90 or maybe even 100 moves this week. But we'll warm up, we'll see how it feels, and yeah, see what we can do. So last week I done 90 for 8 reps. I'm going a bit, again, ambitious. Got 100 on the bar. So yeah, let's see how this goes.
Push.
No. I thought about it. There's no way. I was thinking going down. I was like, nah, no way, that's not going up. Oh, 4 reps.
Yeah,
I'll take it. So, moving on from the Smith machine, we are going on to a dip machine. So if I flip this round, this dip machine is again a Watson piece, and it's crap. It's absolutely awful, but it's the only dip machine we've got on here. I was going to do a JM press, but on the Smith, but I wanted to do some sort of like dip variation. Alternatively, I could get a weighted belt and do bodyweight dips, but the machine or the actual sort of platform itself here at this gym isn't bolted to the floor. So any sort of movement on there would just basically tip it. So especially me being 100 kilos, if I'm adding an extra 20, 40 kilos onto my belt, that's 140 kilos sort of swaying around on this machine. And quite frankly, I don't actually want to fall down and break anything in the gym. So I'm going to try this dip machine and see how it goes. Yeah, come on. Push. I actually can't move that. What the hell? Ten. 11. So we've now finished on the dips. To be fair, they were actually all right, considering I've not done those before. But yeah, mainly for everything today, it's going to be about 2 to 3 sets, depending on the movement. So any sort of isolation is going to be about 3 sets. Any sort of compound or things that I'm trying to sort of bring up. So arms, so triceps are going to be 2 sets, even though some of the isolation stuff is obviously going to be an isolation movement. But yeah, for like I said at the beginning, the chest fly is 3 sets. And the only other thing in this workout is going to be 3 sets is sorry, just looking at my book, is the lateral raise. So we'll finish up on 3 sets of that. But we are moving over to a seated chest press now. This is going to be sort of like a higher rep set. So 3 sets on this actually. 1 set, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, and 20 to 30. This is just going to draw blood flow to the chest if there's not already there. Metabolic stress onto the muscle, that's going to cause more damage to the chest. And it's good to work in those sort of different rep ranges when you are training. So you've got those strength ranges, let's say, which are like the lower sets or lower rep ranges. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that sort of thing. You get the hypertrophy range where it's about 8 to 12, which is what everyone normally would do. And then you've got something called like an endurance range. Anything basically over 15 is going to be within that range. So working in all those different rep ranges is going to target and hit the muscle differently every sort of set and rep that you do. So yeah, waiting for the chest press now, 30 reps. Good. Hit a wall. Never actually done this movement before. This is one of the new machines that my gym has got, literally a couple of days ago. So we're doing 3 sets, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 30. So we're going to start on 80, hopefully failing between that 10 to 15 range. And we'll see how this feels. Oh, 13. That was actually perfect weight. 80 for 13. Time for the last set. The 30 repper. So, we'll go 60 kilos. Oh, see how this feels. Fucking hell.
That was good. Sick.
Oh, my chest is absolutely obliterated. I think that was 24. Right, so moving on from the last chest exercise of the day, moving on to triceps. So we have this Vulcan grip attachment on the cable. So instead of like holding a rope, for me, my fingers get absolutely crushed on it. So having this, you can just slot your hands through here, and essentially just push through there. So 2 sets, 6 to 10, and 10 to 15. yeah, see how this goes. Oh, 11. So I actually went one heavier than last week, which on the Watson stuff, it goes up in like numbers, so I don't actually know what weight it is, but I done number 12 for 9, there's some number 13 for 11 reps, so I'll take that.
That's not 10. That's not 10.
It's like level 10, isn't it?
I actually got.
No shot. Right. There we go, good. Three, 4. Good. Keep going. Yep. Come on. 7. Get short. Good. Good. So moving on to an overhead extension. The push down is there to work the short head of the tricep. This is to work the long head of the tricep. So this is one of my favourite sort of Watson machines. Watson equipment, don't want to shit on it, but it's not known to be the best quality stuff. But this is actually one of my favourite things that Watson do. I'm joking, it's a public gym, anyone can walk through, but yeah. So last time I done, again this is in numbers, so I've done number 8 for 12, but aiming for 6 to 10 this time, so I'm going to go up one more pin to number 9. And see how this feels. So, actually need to pull the chair up a little bit. One more set, moving on to the final thing. There we go, good. Good, come on. Yep. Good. Yep. Push. Nice. Good. So now moving on to a lateral raise. Just to finish off 3 sets on here. Benefit of using one of these instead of like a standing one where you use your hands is that when you hold something, that is going to make the leverage or the lever system of that movement a lot harder, because where your joint actually is moving, so for example the shoulder, the closer to the shoulder it is, so for example elbow compared to hand, you're going to be a lot stronger the closer you get to the working muscle. So by having the pads at your elbows instead of holding onto like a dumbbell or a machine, you're going to progress in this movement a lot quicker, and you're going to lift a lot heavier, meaning you're going to grow that muscle a lot quicker and better because it's going to be under a lot more tension. And that mechanical tension, meaning, like I said, it's close to the lever that you're working, it's going to be more beneficial to you and the muscle. So, getting into this, 8 to 12 reps to start with. Good, all the way up. Yep. Good, come on, push. Yep, up. Good. Zig check.
Oh my goodness. Nice. Small, mate. Fucking hell. Yeah, sick, man.
Right, so that is it for the workout. We are absolutely ruined. Yeah, can't lift our arms up after those. Can't even see it after those side raises. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you did, and I'll catch you in the next one.